What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of NUFFSAID. Tú sabes. Bienvenidos a toda la gente. Don't forget, if you want to keep watching our content, please subscribe. Check us out on Instagram. Check us out on Facebook as well. Another episode, otro episodio. En la casa tenemos a Jun.
¿Qué estamos? Saludos.
Nose, a.k.a. Carlos, a.k.a. I had like 30 cars, but I'm still riding.
AKA, no matter what you call me, as long as you call me.
And don't forget about Biggie the Barber, a.k.a. Biggie, a.k.a. Eric.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
So another episode, January 6, 2020. If you guys haven't been watching the news,
2021.
My bad. New year. Anyhow, yeah, quite a scene today in Washington, the Capitol. Man, I want to get you guys' thoughts on it. What happened today in regards to the electoral vote, and crazy. We'll get a chance and an opportunity to tell the kids about it. The older we get, right, and the older the kids get. So, anyhow, quite a crazy day. Kind of sad in a sense, in my opinion on it. Pretty crazy.
Very sad.
So yeah, Happy New Year. Hopefully this won't deviate us from reaching our goals that we set for ourselves. But everybody stay safe. So let everybody know how you guys feel about it. June.
So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go real quick because I don't want to speak too much on the subject for obvious reasons. Today, like BOBBY said, is 6 January 2021. 6 days after the new year. We thought 2021 was gonna get a little better, and then this happens. It's sad to see, and especially a day like this. Like this is Los Reyes Magos. Hoy es el día de los Reyes Magos.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing, like, damn.
Three Kings Day.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. So definitely don't want to.
Wow.
Definitely don't want to hear that on Three Kings Day.
Yeah. And
Biggie.
it's sad. It's sad to see what's happening. And yes, like it's been mentioned, apples to oranges.
Yeah.
One, if it was the other way, it would have been worse.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. I think I would agree on that. So it's just tough.
Carlos.
It's just tough seeing that because, like, you think we've progressed to a certain extent as as a society, as human beings, and shit like this kind of sets us back. Like, what the fuck is going on? Why did we do all the civil rights, all the bullshit in the 60s and 70s, even before then? Just for this? Just to see that?
Yeah.
It doesn't make any fucking sense. Like, what are we doing?
Quite eye-opening to see, especially us that we're grown and older, and like I said, our kids will be asking us about, hey, what were you doing January 6, 2021? Same thing like they will ask for September 11. You know what I mean? Anyhow, Biggie, chime in, let us know how you feel, and then we'll get this segment done and taken care of, and then we'll move on to quite a bit of fun stuff we got set for everybody today. What y'all think?
Yeah. Well, real quick, I just want to say this. I mean, it's sad that we have a bunch of double standards in America today. I mean, like Jun said, if it was Black and Spanish people, there would have been bloodshed everywhere. White privilege is amongst us, and this is not just starting now. It's been happening. It's just being televised more and more now. It's sad. It's a sad day in history. The president we have now, and Trump, is probably the worst, man. But I mean, it's just sad. I mean, you got they're breaking into the offices, sitting at desks, taking pictures, Confederate flags being flown around. I mean, you show it, and they say they're not racist. I mean, how are you gonna say you're not racist when you're walking around with a Klan hoodie on? You know, it's like we see you. You're racist. Like it is what it is.
It's like some people are blinded, right? But
they are, and it's sad, man. It's just a sad day. I mean, there was these people storming the Capitol Hill, and no gunfire, no rubber bullets, no tear gas, no nothing was being done. Imagine if there was Black and Spanish people marching to take over. It would have been. I mean, we all know this is gonna happen, but like we said, we're not gonna speak too much on it. That's just my opinion on it. I think it's very, and and there's a lot. Real quick, there's a lot of white people that stand behind Black Lives Matter and stand behind minorities in general, and not all white people are racist.
And just to add to that female protester that passed away, may she rest in peace, and we wish her family, condolences, regardless of the matter, is because someone did pass away and literally got shot inside of the Capitol building. So really sad. Never thought. I personally, I do follow politics a lot, and I never thought that I would see a day where people were literally breaking windows to get into the Capitol building. So
I think Biggie said it perfect. Like, it's a double standard. I think we all looked at that video, and all of us envisioned the opposite. Like, what would happen if it was the other way around? Yeah. And that freaked everybody out. It freaked me out. You know,
So we're gonna leave it there. Please still stick around. We got quite a bit of content, funny content, good content, and don't go. Just stay. We got ya. It's gonna be fun anyway. Welcome back to NUFFSAID. You already know what time it is. So let's get these topics going. This segment, we got a few things that we want to talk about this week. Eric, Carlos, Jun, y'all ready?
Let's get it.
Estamos bien. Already, Freddie. So let's get started. Let's kick this off with a little bit of sports. What you guys think? Deportes.
Let's go. So how about this? Let's go into football, and let's talk about some games that were very controversial this weekend. Maybe one in particular. Let's talk about the Philadelphia Eagles, perhaps. Anybody got any words about that game? I know I do, but go ahead, Bobby. Go ahead.
So the Eagles, man, never thought I'd see a football game where an actual football team would be tanking again. I've seen that in the past in the NBA where teams tank a whole season. The Philadelphia 76ers. Man, that was pretty fucking crazy, to be honest with you, because the Cowboys lost to the Giants. And to be honest with you, I was actually kind of hoping that the Eagles would win. But to take out the starting quarterback after you're only down 17-14, and they weren't moving the ball, but they had a chance to win that game, and to put a player that hasn't played in like 4 years, and then have the audacity to go into a press conference and say he hasn't got any snaps, so I just kind of wanted to give him some. I don't know. Those are my thoughts. They definitely tank. I think the NFL should definitely fine them for that. I don't think that dude should be coaching anymore. Even the players came out. Yeah, the players came out. There was players that were mad on the sideline because what he did. So that's just my thoughts. Carlos, follow up, Carlos.
I just want to play devil's advocate real quick.
Sorry.
Were there any benefits to that move for the Eagles?
Yes. They went from the number 6 draft pick to number 3. Right, they moved up 3 spots. So, yes, but here's the thing, though. To piggyback on Robert's point, everybody does it, but you don't do it like that.
No, yeah.
That's disrespect to your team, because now your players that are playing for you ain't playing for shit. You know? So they're why are they gonna risk their lives? Because every time you take the football field or you're gonna play football, you're risking a part of your body. And you're gonna do it for nothing, and he's gonna just shit on you. Like every team thinks, every owner tells a coach, we need to not win as much as we can because we want to set ourselves up for the future. Yeah. But you have to do it systematically. You can't just shit on everybody like Doug Peterson did. I don't think he should be like straight up banned from football, but I don't think he should be coaching the Eagles anymore. So,
what, Biggie?
I don't. Me, in my opinion, I didn't watch the game fully, like live. I watched the highlights, but I don't think it was a full tank. I think it was just something to where Wentz is out. He's trying to preserve Jalen Hurts or whatever. What's his name? Hurts.
Hold on, Biggie. Wentz got benched. Get that straight. Wentz got benched.
No, that's fine.
No.
That's fine, but Hurts is obviously their new quarterback, right? Okay.
They haven't decided. So, I don't know if they are because if they have a third pick, it's gonna be pretty crazy.
Well, I mean, right. Let's just say as of right now, I mean, Hurts is the guy right now, supposedly. But that game, he threw 7 of 20. He had 72 yards, 1 interception. He rushed for 2 TDs. So it's not like he was on point the whole game. He might have benched him to preserve him for next year in case they don't draft a quarterback. I don't know their situation, but I don't think it was a tank. I think they were just losing. He didn't care if he won or lost. I mean, everybody's done it. And the Giants, they're mad. Hold on. They're mad because a team didn't lose. If the Giants are so mad, they should have won more games. Second of all, that division was so trash this year. That the worst division in the NFL by far, because of the way they're always stacked every year. That division was trash. So for anybody to complain about the Eagles losing on purpose so the Giants couldn't get in is dumb. I think the Giants, if they wanted to get into the playoffs, they should have won more games. Period.
Carlos, Luis, rompele una ahí rapidito.
Okay, so here's my rebuttal to what you said, Eric, because you said he wasn't necessarily not trying to do the game. No, bro, they were about to score 8 touchdowns. They were moving the ball tough. That was a one drive where Jalen Hurts actually did decent, right? And then he took him out for nothing for some guy who ain't played in fucking since Betty White was president, because she's never been president, right? Like, what the fuck? Like, why would you do that? All the players were looking at him like, what are you doing, guy? Like, I'm playing for you?
Yeah, why? And Carlos, to piggyback off of that, imagine all those players, like you said, that I played football in high school, and it's a very dangerous sport. And I can only imagine how dangerous it is in that level. The players that play to win, right? Because regardless of what the matter is, you play to win. And there are reports just saying that there were defensive players on the sidelines that got lit and that were going to go after Doug Peterson because of what he did. I get it. If that was his logic behind it, oh, you know what, I want to preserve it, then he should have said that at the press conference after the game. What he said after the game was, oh, well, he hasn't gotten any snaps in 4 years, so you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and give him a snap here. It's the last game of the season.
But okay, so I mean, with that being said, who was gonna make the playoffs? Did the Eagles make the playoffs if they won?
That has nothing to do with coaching and
no. But answer the question though. Answer the question though. Did the Eagles benefit off a win? Did they make the playoffs?
But you always want to finish the season in a good note.
Answer my question. Did the Eagles make the playoffs if they won? That's all I want to. Okay, so it doesn't matter. It's an irrelevant game. Win or lose, they still suck. It doesn't matter. Fire the whole team if you want, but it doesn't matter. I agree with you. You got to win. Yes, you should win every game. You should play to win. Absolutely. But I mean, if huh?
You said that doesn't matter.
No. I'm saying, but you're saying, but I understand. Honestly, the division, like I said, the division was trash. It could have went either way. It could have went to either whatever. But Dallas lost, they're out. But the Giants were waiting for the Eagles to win. Eagles don't care. They're not going to make it anyways.
No, and that's
so what's the point?
Exactly. I think the argument.
So what's the point?
I think the argument is did they tank? Go ahead, Juan.
Hey, in a business aspect, if I'm the Eagles, well, I'm looking for the best, I guess, outcome of a situation for my team. I'm not worried about the Giants. I'm not worried about anybody else. I'm worried about what pick am I going to get. At this point, I'm not gonna make the playoffs. What pick am I gonna get next year, or what options do I have for my team next year?
Yeah.
Even the way it was done, it was really obvious, and they could have played it off a little bit better. But at the end of the day, business, money talks, bullshit walks. It's business.
So,
We'll put that on whocares.com. And you Cowboys fans, hey, guess what? You won the Super Bowl next year, right?
yeah, that's coming from a Jets fan.
I don't claim to win every year. And hey, Mark Sanchez has how many playoff wins compared to Romo? We'll leave it at that. Enough said.
So, hey, moving on to sports, another topic we want to talk about, and I want to bring up to you guys, and let's give me you guys' thoughts. Yo quiero entender lo que ustedes están pensando cuando yo le haga esta pregunta. I want you guys to name me your all-time clutch shooter in the NBA. So,
all right. I'll say KD.
I'm gonna start it off with Biggie. Go ahead, Biggie.
I'm sorry. Okay, I'll say KD, Steph Curry, or Harden. Those are all clutch shooters. I mean, you could say LeBron. I mean, I don't know. What do you go ahead, Junior? Because
about that Harden.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
Yeah, I can understand. I mean, I can understand, but I guess when I think about clutch and I think about those big moments in NBA, you always think about playoffs and finals. Throughout the season, you can be the one who throws the last shot every game, but until it matters, it's not gonna count. So to me, all time it has to be MJ. I would say.
Good pick. Good pick.
Yeah.
All time. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like Jordan.
Right now, I would say LeBron, no doubt.
Yeah. I have to agree with that right now, LeBron. Carlo Luis.
Yeah, he's absolutely right. Nobody's gonna be like, man, do you remember game 45 of 2004? Like, no, nobody cares about the regular season.
Yeah.
It's all about the playoffs, right?
Right.
To me, all time for me, that made me want to like piss my pants and fucking awe is gonna be Reggie Miller.
Ooh.
Because I was like, he did what? You're like, is that he literally grabbed his balls like, no, I'm taking this right now. The thing about Reggie though, because I think Mark Jackson said it once on a live broadcast, like it's not necessarily the last shot. It's the shots leading up to that shot. Like what did he do to take over the game before he made it, Like he took over the game. You didn't necessarily have to hit the game winner to take over the game. Yeah. And Reggie was a killer. Like he looked at you like he don't care if you're better than him. He's gonna win that game.
He had some battles in New York too. I think that like that pick. I think that had he won a championship, that really would have set him apart. One person that I thought about, just to share my pick with you guys, and I know the Nose might like this guy, but he plays for the Lakers. He played for the Rockets. He played for the Spurs. Big Shot Bob, Robert Horry, man.
I knew it. I knew you guys.
I know it's more than that man. Honestly, 7, and not only 7 championships, but on every championship that he won, he was a huge part of those teams winning a championship, even if he made 1 or 2 shots. So that's my pick, Robert Horry. It's really hard for anybody to.
First things first, real quick. I didn't know we were gonna go to all time because my all time clutch shooter is, I want to agree with Junju, is gonna be Michael Jordan, the GOAT. I don't care what anybody said. Michael Jordan is the most clutch, the best player on planet Earth, past, present, and future. Don't care. Second, Robert Horry he's kind of like Danny Green. He just happened to be on the right teams at the right time. Dog, he was a great shooter. He was look at the teams that we on with the Spurs. He had Duncan, Ginobili, Parker. Lakers, he had Kobe, Shaq, and then who else? The Rockets, he had Olajuwon. He had Maxwell. He had all these guys on his team. Right place, right time, man. Yes, he made the shots. You can give him clutch all you want, but when you have that much talent, hold on. When you have that much talent surrounding you, you better make them shots because they're counting on you. Just like Steve Kerr, we could say Steve Kerr is a clutch shooter. John Paxson, you want to do that? Don't bring Robert Horry into it. He's just right place, right time guy. He's down there with Danny Green to me. That's my opinion. And I don't care what anybody says. You could say 7 rings. What? It don't matter. He got them off the women. He got them on the backs of other superstars. Here. I shall say we're going to keep going with the NBA. We're going to talk about games. I'm going to bring up my Nets real quick and how they were struggling. I think we lost like 4 straight. Everybody was, KD and Kyrie both missed a clutch shot. Speaking of clutch shooters. And then they just blew out pretty much the Utah Jazz last night, which was a big win for them without KD because he has COVID, I believe. So he's out for the next 4 games. But people are doubting the Nets because of that 4-game losing streak and the fact that they missed a clutch shot, both of them. So my thing is, when LeBron went to a different team, give them time to gel. They'll get there. When somebody else goes to another team, give them time. They need to gel. They need to work. So nobody's giving KD and Kyrie this gelling time.
No.
Give them the gelling time. Give them time to work it out. KD's coming off a big injury. Kyrie's coming off an injury. They haven't played together. Let them gel. They're still going to make it to the playoffs, possibly the finals, which I think they're going to make the finals, but we'll see. That's pending injuries. But they can all stay healthy. Right now, we don't even have Dinwiddie. That's hurting them majorly. That's a big part of their offense. And their defense is slacking. They're slacking on, I think it was, rebounds, and their turnovers are kind of up there. But last night's game, it was a good, they switched the starting lineup. Allen needs to start in front of Jordan. That's a big difference. Allen's a better center right now than Jordan is. Yes. Jordan's is an off the bench player right now. His starting days are over and they're behind him. The Lob City days, whatever, they're done. He is now a bench player. This going forward, I see the Nets. They're gonna get better and better and better as they stay healthy and everything. And God willing, with the COVID shit, man, we'll see what happens. But people need to stop talking bad about these Nets because they will get better. They don't you can't doubt greatness, man, and because they wouldn't do it to LeBron.
It's big words. Greatness.
KD is great. Kyrie is great. So you're telling me Kyrie and KD ain't great?
No, they're great players, but are they a great team yet? I don't think so.
I think you're missing.
No.
I think you're missing.
You have yet to see. This is my opinion. Y'all can disagree all you want because it's your opinion, but that's just my opinion. Greatness is yet to be seen. But
how can it be greatness if we haven't seen it yet?
Yeah, where's the greatness coming from?
You literally just said we need to give you some time to gel together.
I said the greatness. So what did I say then?
We're going to be great.
we are going to be great. We will. It's yet to be seen, but we will be great. Don't worry about it. You'll see.
I agree with you that they are going to be great, but you can't make that statement now because it's not like. I haven't seen nothing from them that's going to be great.
Okay.
I agree
Jun,
with that one.
All right, yeah, you guys are Cowboys fans too. Go ahead, Jun.
It's like you mentioned. Right now, we're in that phase that we're trying to get to a smooth transition to become great. I think they have a great chemistry, and I think that builds a team. Eventually they'll get to the point that. They'll definitely make the playoffs. I'm hoping they make the finals because I would like to see a team like that, in the finals, like I said before, against the Lakers. That was my opinion.
It's funny because when I say that about the Cowboys, I'm just being a freaking Cowboys fan. But when he says that about the Nets, it's like, oh no, that's just my opinion. Go ahead, I'm gonna take it easy. Give the team a few games.
You said the Cowboys are great?
Yeah, well, that's whenever me and Carlos say that, it's like, oh my God, here comes the Cowboys fan.
I think I've said they're great in a long time.
No, I'm speaking of. Listen, I'm picking a bone with Biggie right now and his statement about greatness with the Nets.
I want one of those balls that you're holding on to like every time you talk.
The microphone, by the way.
It's
Greatness is kind of far fetched, but hey, I get it. They're your team. You're entitled to your opinion. Let's just hope Kyrie stays healthy. That's all I'm saying.
I think
I'm rooting for him. I'm rooting for the Nets, but I haven't seen greatness yet. You know?
I think more they have the potential. They have a potential for greatness. Let's just put it that way.
That's pretty much what I've been saying. I don't know what I said, but yes, they have the potential. Okay, Junjun, go ahead.
It's not pretty much. You didn't say
Yeah,
that.
but hey, listen.
Whatever.
Hey, listen. You're just happy about your team. There's nothing wrong.
Yeah,
Go ahead, John. Go ahead, Junjun. Mute the Cowboys, please. Please go ahead. Let's talk surprising teams real quick, man. You can add whatever team you want, but the most surprising team and one of the most not surprising, but one of the most, I guess, I don't know how to say it, but the Knicks are winning right now, and this is very shocking because they're winning, and Julius Randle is going off right now.
I saw Jesus.
Yeah. So, and I know it's like I know it's early, but damn it, I hope they keep continuing doing good. They owe a good season for like the last, I don't know, the last time they made the playoffs. I want to say 2000 something, but I think like 13 or something like that, 14.
Well,
Your thoughts, June? June?
Cool. So surprising team, since you mentioned surprising team, for me, even though I know Noah's talked bad about them, I think Boston. I think Boston has been kind of like, in the up and up. And I think that was my surprise team from the start of the season.
Real quick, I could see Boston, but Harden's on the trading block right now, right? I mean, I kind of hope he stays in Houston, but I think there's a couple of teams I think he will fit in, and to me, one is the Warriors and two is Boston. I think he'll be a good fit in either one of those teams, just because they have weapons. He has weapons. He can pass and he can shoot, and that both of those teams will kind of complement his style, in my opinion. But I mean, that's just me.
Carlos Luis, what's your other than the Spurs?
I think my sleeper team is. They're not really a sleeper team, but I think they are because we've seen them look so bad when it's time to go up, and win the game. It's Philadelphia. I think Doc Rivers makes a hell of a difference. That leadership at that role. As much as I love Brett Brown, he came from the Spurs system, so I love them. Love them a lot. But Doc Rivers makes all the difference in that team. He's very much a Bill Parcells type of guy. He wants the groceries, so he can, if he's going to make the food, he has a lot of input on the players and the system that they're running, and they look different.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody got the fucking nutsack to go out there and take a game-winning shot and make it if they need to, because I haven't seen it up to this point. But maybe as the season progresses, they will evolve into, somebody will step up, because the only team to win a finals with no superstar is the Detroit Pistons that beat the Lakers.
Oh my God!
Outside of that, you have to have a superstar.
Go ahead, No.
Yeah, so that's my sleeper team, even though they're not really a sleeper, because if we all knew they were going to do good, we didn't know if they were going to, because we've seen them fold when they shouldn't have to, But hopefully I love Joel Embiid, I love Ben Simmons, and the fact that they didn't blow it up, because at the end of last season, everybody was like, yo, where he's going, where they going, and the fact that they kept them together, it's like, no, man, we can make this work, and it's doing it. I love Doc, man, and I think he's underrated. I don't understand how he has won a championship already, and the people keep pissing on him, motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like, the dude is a good coach.
Yeah.
He paid his son, and he paid him. But I would too, man. My son's on my team, nigga. You getting all my money? Take all the money. So.
Yeah, and I think that another team that that we gotta keep an eye on too is the Phoenix Suns with Chris Paul. That team is balling right now, man.
Balling.
I know that a lot of people give Chris Paul a lot of hate because of the he's never won a chip, and he did a tremendous job in OKC last year. He took that team to the playoffs with practically nobody, and now he's in Phoenix. They're second in the league, 5-2. So definitely a team to watch out for as well out there. So,
well,
enough said.
Enough said on that, man. So I just really want to talk about an announcement after the Garcia and I believe his name is Campbell, right? The guy he fought, Garcia.
Yeah,
Luke Campbell.
Yeah.
After that was a good fight. I finally saw the fight. I didn't think it was gonna be so early, but it was. I missed the fight, but I caught up with it. It was a good fight. Garcia got knocked down in the second round. Clean shot to the face. I mean, it was beautiful. But then, dude he had that body shot. Garcia's got power, man. So I guess he went up to Davis in the crowd or something. I don't know what happened. And now there's, Davis put out that he wants to fight him. Garcia's taking the challenge. And, he wants it. This is going to be a great fight. I hope it happens soon, maybe in the next 3-4 months.
Yep.
But honestly, man, I like Davis, man. But I want to rock with Garcia on this one, man. I think this kid is fast, powerful. And I'm not taking nothing away from Davis. Y'all think I'm crazy, but I'm just looking for the upset. I think, hey, man, sometimes you bite off more than you can chew, man. And boxing is a sport that, man, you don't know, man. I mean, sometimes it is obvious, but sometimes you never know, man. Garcia, he's got power, man, and he's quick. I mean, his footwork is not the best, but neither is Davis. Davis is a hard hitter too, but, we'll see. I mean, Garcia is predicting to knock him out in the second round. Wow. So I don't think he'll knock him out in the second round at all. I mean, trust me, I love Davis. I love the way he fights. He's hard hitting. And he'll make you think that you're winning, and then all of a sudden he'll just come out of nowhere and just pummel you till you just give up, and he's going to demolish you. But I'm thinking, who knows? But I want to go with Garcia just for the upset. But don't get me wrong, I love Davis. I'm not taking nothing away from Davis. I love the kid, man. I think he's the future too, man. And I'm going to go with the upset with Garcia, man. That's just me. But I mean, I just want a good fight, honestly. I really don't care who wins, but if I have to pick, I'm going to go Garcia on this one.
June, want to add to that?
Yeah, I'm surprised.
Whose voice is that?
So I want to give Garcia the credit. I saw the highlights of the fight. I didn't see the complete fight. When I saw him get knocked down, I got kind of worried, because usually, in the beginning of your career, you're like almost unstoppable. And then once you get to those levels of you're fighting the championship caliber folks, then that's when you kind of stumble. Even though Luke Campbell, he's a good fighter, I didn't expect that so early. But I do give him credit for what he did. As far as Garcia and Davis, I don't know. I like Davis's style. I think you mentioned it, Big, that he can okie doke you, and then catch you off guard, and that's where I'm gonna go with Davis, just because I think he has some boxing intelligence.
Almost definitely.
I'll chime in on that. I think that I think it was a good fight. It was a good opponent for Ryan. I think Garcia's a little bit overhyped. That's just my opinion on it. As far as the fight, I'm taking Tank on that. I don't think Garcia has fought that many tough opponents yet. I think that De La Hoya has kind of been keeping him on the down low. He's starting to get that real huge fan base now, so he's gonna definitely act on that as a promoter. I don't think the money team is gonna allow Tank to fight him this early. Yeah.
Like, we wanted to see him, go through that, get hit, because he really hadn't got hit yet. Mm-hmm. So he got hit, got up, and he won the fight.
And
whether or not he can do that against Gervonta Davis, I don't think so. Maybe, but I think Gervonta Davis is a more fundamental fighter.
Yeah.
Fun reading is fundamental.
I got one thing, man. Okay, the reason why I like this fight, I like this matchup, because I don't think fights with some good fighters or even great fighters should wait. Like we all seen in the past with Mayweather and let's say Pacquiao and in other matches, we have to wait. Why we gotta wait? Let's make it happen now. Yeah, and
I agree.
we already got Teofimo Lopez on TMZ calling these guys pussies.
Yeah.
If they don't want to fight him, which I agree. Teofimo is that guy.
Yeah.
He is that guy. These guys, Tank and Garcia, need to fight. And they need to fight. Let's get it over with now. let's step up to the big dogs. Let's step up to the plate. Quit pussyfooting. Well, they got enough wins under both of their belts to fight each other. They want each other. Let them have each other, and that's it.
Yeah.
Boxing needs to be like that. I'm tired of the "I'll fight him when I'm ready" fighter. Like, that's bullshit. Mayweather made that shit a habit.
Yeah.
Enough said. I think that the sooner we get these types of fights, the happier the fan will be. So, enough said. Tu sabe. Good talk, guys. Good stuff. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere because it ain't over yet. Tu sabe.
Hit that subscribe, baby. Hit that subscribe.
Please don't forget to subscribe. Instagram, Facebook. Please don't forget to subscribe. And if you need to leave a comment on any of the topics that we discussed today, don't be afraid. You're not going to hurt my feelings. You're not going to hurt Biggie's feelings. You're not going to hurt the Nosa's feelings. You definitely ain't going to hurt with Junjun's feelings. So, moving on, we want to talk about food, comida.
Oh, man.
I want to ask you guys, with New Year resolutions, hopefully you guys started one. I know I did with food. I want you guys to share with the fans, with the public, what you guys are giving up as far as food. We start off with Junjun. Jun, what's your giving up?
Yeah, so for New Year's resolution, I think we talked about it in the last episode. We talked about, losing some pounds and stuff like that. So I've been trying to concentrate on cutting sugars. A lot, I'm that person. I'm that person that, I'll get up at night and I'll grab cookies, I'll grab cake, I'll grab anything sweet. To me, if I have a meal, after my meal, I have to have something like sweet afterwards. And I think that's one of my weaknesses. So starting this week, in the weekend, I kind of did like a meal prep for the week, chicken, shrimp, and I think I did steaks too, but stir fry. So that way I can make it in, vegetables and stuff like that. So that's something I've been trying out. So far, so good. I think my only vice is coffee. And when I drink my coffee, of course, I put creamer and I put sugar. So that's kind of like my sugar for the day.
Biggie.
Yeah, I got as far as coffee, man. I've been drinking black for like the last month. I've got used to it. At first, it was nasty, but I just drink straight black. It tastes normal to me now, so I'm good with that. But like. I'm changing up I'm not really changing on it. I'm just like, I am changing, but I'm eating a lot less. So I'm trying to eat more like healthier, like as far as more greens. I'm trying to like portion instead of eating because I'm bored type stuff. But I do like my sweets after my meal. So instead of grabbing 6 cookies, I'm just gonna grab 2. I gotta have my sweets. But I'm gonna try eventually, little by little, I'm gonna try to lean off that. And get to just eating good and eating like twice a day maybe, but good meals and less snacking. If I do, I got apples. I'll do like tuna and crackers or something like that, something healthy if I'm gonna snack.
That's pretty cool.
But that's what. Yeah, that's. I'm not gonna change. I'm gonna try to if I have a pizza, I want to just eat a slice of cheese and that's it. I'm gonna portion it out versus just giving up stuff that I like because
it's hard.
I suck at dieting.
It's hard to straight up give up things that you're so used to. Like you can limit yourself, but if you get completely take it out, you're gonna come back to it, and it's gonna be even
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Touche.
Moderation.
So I'll go next. I gave up carbs, I guess you can say, like bread, tortillas, definitely eating cookies before I go to bed. That's one of my things too, bro. Like, and like you say, it won't be
trying to kill me, trying to hurt me.
It won't be 2 or 3.
I used to love you.
Like 8 Oreos before I go to bed. So I just have to stop doing that. I haven't really had that many sweets, to be honest with you. Yeah, I think carbs is the biggest thing. I've been eating a lot of greens, like Biggie, a lot of vegetables. I mean, we're only a few days into it, so be optimistic is the biggest advice that I can give you guys, that I can give myself, right?
My favorite word, optimistic.
Committed to it. My my wife, my Ellie, is also joining me in this little, diet
Cool.
thing.
It's
So
cool.
excited,
You need a support system, definitely.
yeah, and not eating so much. I have been drinking little protein shakes for lunch. I don't know if you guys, the ones that you buy that, yeah. So I had a protein shake for lunch. Yeah, those. I can't remember the name of it. So I had that for lunch, and then for breakfast, I just had my regular coffee with Splenda.
Nice.
But
That's good. Yeah. Hold on, real quick. Like
go ahead, bud. My bad.
Splenda is like that's like worse than sugar, but try black. I'm telling you, after the first week,
Okay.
you'll get used to it. But yes,
It is
I want to
good.
know. I
It is
want to
good.
know.
It is good. Like when I had no
wanna know
money in
what
my
you wanna lose,
commissary in
Carlos.
jail, I had to drink a black. Right? And I'm
Fatality.
shitting like a motherfucker, but bro, it works. Like it's funny because sugar is supposed to like it stimulates you, but black coffee gets you more wired than any coffee with sugar in it. And I don't know how that works. I don't know chemically how that works, but it's true. It's better for you. Coffee really is kind of good for you. Cleans out your system.
So
It's really bitter, but you'll get used to it.
so
Okay,
when
go ahead.
when we used to so talking about the military, because in the field we used to get our MREs, and the MREs we get a little packet of like the coffee, and basically that was your caffeine, or you want to call it, you just basically either you put a little bit of water and you drink it, or I seen people
Out the pouch.
You snort it.
Pretty
Let's
much.
go.
the pouch, just take it. Not like that.
I've
Nah,
seen people
like-
do that, by the way.
Like people do pre-workouts. They'll put the powder in their mouth and they'll take a swig of water.
Yeah.
That's what they used to do in the military with the coffee, because
Get like
that
this.
motherfucker would, that will,
Yeah. Yeah, I just did 100 straight.
Before Carlos, before
but,
Carlos, I just
but
want to
hold
ask
on.
one thing.
Okay.
One, if you can get me, talk to your military buddies or you, Biggie, one of those coffee pouches.
Oh yeah, sweet.
Can I get one right
I
now?
want to try one.
I have
Seriously.
Can I get it delivered?
no joke. I have a box here for emergency situation.
Hold on, one real quick, man. Hey, if you could give me a box of MREs, preferably with like the hamburger, beef stew, or something like that, send me a box. Because honestly, look, MREs, they're not the best meals, but I guess some of them could be a good healthy meal for you, and it's gonna watch out.
Before we continue, for anybody who's not in the military, doesn't know what that stands for, what it is, can you explain that before?
MRE means meal ready to eat,
Yeah.
and it's not the best meal, but it can be a healthier alternative. Like if you eat 3 of those a day, you should be good, and you
it
probably
doesn't
will
have
lose
fat,
weight.
nothing.
Oh, I mean, it depends what you eat though, but
Yeah.
depends. But I mean, they're good. To me, they're good as long as you know how to make it, you know how to work it, man. Number 9, I think it was number 9, beef stew. I'll make a gem out of that motherfucker. But Carlos, I'm very interested in what the hell are you giving up anything? Or what are you changing in your diet?
Yeah,
Tell
I for the first time in a very long time, I live alone. COVID, I'm here, right? You would think that I would gain weight. I actually lost weight, right? So, I cook at home, obviously, because I don't go out to eat. So that could be part of it. Another part of it is I'm not drinking beer every night. Like beer has more sugar. Like tonight, the whole time I've been here, this is my 3rd beer. If you would have known me a year ago and been on an hour podcast, I would have drank 13. So, and not only that, when you when you drunk, you eat. When you wake up in the morning, you hungover, you eat. So, just doing that, you lose pounds.
Enough said.
No, I could speak to you actually.
Sorry?
I need to speak to you. I don't think you realize where they're coming from, so I need to speak to you.
Where what's coming from?
Where the food you ordered is coming from. I don't think you realize the distance that it's come from, because then you would never actually have given what you give. So I think you can come and see me face to face. Because I drove 40 minutes, and it was extremely far, and I got it to you early. So I don't think you realize where you ordered from.
I don't understand. You
Well,
did
I
4 minutes
think
from where?
from the restaurant that you ordered from. Do you realize how far it is? Do you realize you ordered from Colmac and you're in Smithtown?
That's a 15, 20-minute drive.
It's not. You need to try to drive it. I just drove it. It's 40 minutes. It's 12 and a half miles. So I don't think you realize how far it is.
So
So I think
if you think it's that far.
they don't let us know how far. So I think you need to adjust your tip to make it right.
How much is the tip?
You gave an $8 tip.
What the hell are you looking for? I gave an $8.
Okay, I'm gonna bring the food back. Okay.
Okay. Is she fucking kidding?
$8? That's a lot.
40 minutes it took her to get it? Okay.
Love it. We're here. We're still here. Carlos, NOC,
Hey.
Biggie, and June. So, yeah, wow, that was quite a video. I want to get you guys' opinion on what do you guys think is an actual proper tip to give someone after you get service. So, we'll let Biggie lead this one off.
Okay. Go ahead, June. Go ahead.
He was like, this is how I worded it. He was like, after you get service. And I was like,
Okay. Well, no, we're not talking about that kind of service. We're talking about service from a
So,
from a restaurant. Or,
from a restaurant, if you order Uber, if
barbershop,
somebody, if you
somewhere where you get not. We're not talking hookers, ladies and gentlemen.
I-
Okay, so I mean,
ahead,
my
Jake.
opinion, my opinion on the whole tip thing. I think always a tip is earned. A tip is never asked for. I think you got to be the most inconsiderate asshole to demand a tip. I mean, you never know what that person that's paying for the food is going through. One, they might only have enough for the meal. Two, they might only have enough to tip you a certain amount. You don't know what they're going through, and if you are having you're giving that customer the service that they should, depending on your job or whatever, then they're gonna tip you accordingly. So the video we just saw is apparently this lady drove 15 miles, took her 40 minutes. The guy gave her an $8 tip, which was, to me, is a lot for a tip. That's a lot to me. If I got an $8 tip, I'm a barber. If I got an $8 tip, thank you. If I get a $2 tip, I'm always thankful, no matter what, because nobody has to give me anything extra on top of a cut. But let's going back to this video. First of all, to drive 40 minutes to drive 15 miles or something like that for 40 minutes, you must have got lost, or you had to take a shit or something. I don't know what happened, but you should be grateful for the $8 tip. And then she took the food back because he didn't want to up the tip. I hope whoever she is, I hope she got fired. I don't have no sympathy for her. I think she was rude and obnoxious and very annoying, and I think she should be fired.
What do you think, June?
so going on to the video with the driving situation, like you mentioned, you tip for the service. The service that she's providing is a service that she's really not providing much service other than what the restaurant or whatever is paying her to do, which is drive. She's not coming into your house. She's not putting it, in the plates and nothing like that. It's just driving. When you tip and you want to give a good tip is because somebody's went out of their way to provide that service, not because to me she didn't do. Yeah, like Big
What
said.
did she? What did she dropped off some food at someone's door and was expecting $50 for that when you already got paid for it. I don't get the logic behind it.
Yeah,
People need to be careful because people have Ring cameras now. First of all,
definitely.
so if you're gonna act stupid, ignorant,
No.
como un pendejo o una pendeja, it's gonna get recorded and you're gonna be blasted all over the internet.
Yep.
She deserved what she got.
Your parents fucked up. Your parents fucked up. Like, you were not raised right. You're fucking. You need to go back to your roots. You know, you go back when you were taller, figure out what went wrong. You know, maybe your mother one day, just didn't say something she should have, and you kept that anger inside of you, and you lashed out at somebody 15 years later because they didn't give you more than an $8 tip to drop off your food. The food probably cost $8. You know what I mean? So you want that nigga to double up? Like, no, like. What the fuck is wrong with you?
It's good.
Like, she ain't going inside your home, right? And picking up your glasses, and taking the table off. She doing this.
Tell them how you really feel, Carlos. Tell them how you really feel.
And he went out, and he's correct. He's right about it. He's right. He's going.
Hold on, Carlos. Carlos, hold on. Go ahead, June.
Relájate.
My train of thought.
Carlos Luis. Carlos Luis está bien encojonado, como que se fuera él el que le llevaron la comida.
Yeah, he didn't get his. He's feeling offended. No, but the other thing is to demand the tip, like to demand more of a tip. Okay, the dude already gave you an $8 tip. He's giving you a tip already, and for you to demand on top of that, I was like, I don't care how far you drove. This is your job. Like, if I decide to give you extra to do your job, then that's on me. They shouldn't be.
I work at a barbershop, and I worked at several barbershops, and I've heard barbers ask for a tip or say it's $25 plus tip. I mean,
no way.
To add, yes, and I mean to add the word plus tip to your service, to me it's bullshit. I don't agree with it. I don't care. Everybody could disagree with me, but it don't matter. Tips are earned. They're not. It's a privilege to get a tip. You should never beg. To me, if you ask for a tip, you're begging. Yeah, and if you want that much, you want a certain amount, raise your prices. I mean, if they're willing to pay that, then that's on them. But don't ever ask for a tip. That's
at least you can be honest. Like, hey, you know what? Hey, I think that the way that she went about it, it was completely ignorant. I mean, honestly, what if she was like, hey, you know what? Let's just hypothetically speaking, right? Hey, you know what? I got a flat tire. I don't have enough money to get the flat tire. I know you only give me $8 tip. I don't have any cash on me. I mean, you don't think about it, right? Like logical people, but man, for you to demand someone to like, hell no. You know what?
Like I would always ask the question, ¿cuánto te debo? Like ¿cuánto te debo? Tú me dices 20, tú me dices 25. If you did a good job, yo te pongo, 5 encima or what.
Right.
Exactly.
But you just ask, hey, how much do I owe you? That's it. Boom. Hey,
and I tell you what the haircut costs. It doesn't say, like on our price board at the shop, it will say, tips are welcome. But that's not being asked. That's just, sometimes people forget, like maybe something, I don't know. But I never asked for it.
Enough said. The fact of the matter is that you shouldn't be begging for tips and you shouldn't be demanding tips. Si tú haces te jodiste, yo te tiro la comida encima.
Absolutely.
Enough said.
You know what? I don't feel bad for her. Hopefully she got fired. And at the same time, mira, ella se fue. Ella llegó hasta allá for 45 minutes with no. I would have called right away. Give me my money back. She got no tip, no nothing for that whole hour that she spent on, or hour and a half that she spent on the road. I don't feel bad. Hopefully she got fired. Enough said.
Sneakerhead. Look.
So,
Knuckleheads.
I,
Holy
shit.
Yo, so real shit. I ordered these off a website, right? I don't know if they're fucking real. Mine didn't come like that. Mine came in a black bag, so I think mine are fake. But I got them because I was trying to resell them because I don't like Crocs, but the motherfuckers are comfortable.
Got a surprise for y'all too. But before we get started, with last year being such a huge sneakerhead year, and
Does it have that?
dropped over 190 J's. Man, do they glow in the dark one?
Yeah.
Mine does.
Okay.
See, mine are fake. See, see how mine are black?
Nice. You know what, Robert, before I'm gonna give it to the real sneakerheads, I'm still buying sneakers a few years ago, but I'm gonna
Hey,
say something right now that kind of bothered me.
Check.
Said 190 J's.
Yeah, that's
The reason I bought Jordans and I spent the money I did on them, because ain't nobody got them those, right? I can walk in the club and they can be like, oh, you got those. Now you find a way to be like, everybody got them. So I'm gonna spend $300 on a shoe that everybody wants. And everybody wants.
and
Oh,
and
it's preference. I mean,
I think
Carlos. I mean,
to each their own. It's
Yeah.
not to knock anybody out. It's not to.
and right now, like all I like to collect is like the old school, like retro type sneakers. Other than that, like, yeah, because
It-
there's so
it's something. It's a bit of a hobby that I have, and I know that Biggie and you had, and I know that you probably, because of whatever reasons you haven't been collect.
I need to buy diapers.
I get it, and there's nothing wrong with that. I know Juan's been collecting, but I wanted to ask you guys what you guys thought your top 5 sneakers of last year were in your book, in your mind, the 5 sneakers that you were like, man, I wish I would have caught those. And I wanted to share you guys something that I got for the SB Dunks that I almost got scammed from last week. I got them in the mail yesterday, and I kind of did a little trade for them and got some cash on top of them as well. So I wanted to share that with you guys and the fans. So go ahead, Biggie, give me your top 5 from last year. Let me know.
I was gonna give Carlos's top 5.
Oh, Carlos, top 5.
Chocolate. Dylon.
I spit hot fire.
That's why we love you, man. So Biggie.
Okay, my top 5 right now.
Top 5 from last year.
Yeah, I mean last year, 2020.
2020.
I want to count down from 5. I mean, not really in the. Okay, so my 5th one, my top 5 would be like the Air Jordan 35s. I love I think the Air Jordan 35s are probably the best Jordan since to me, the Jordan 14. As far as style wise, something to rock, you can play ball in.
Yeah.
Looking wise, right? Okay. Then I'm gonna give it to the Grateful Dead SB Dunk lows. Like, they were good. So, and I'm gonna go to another. My number 3 would be the Ben & Jerry's SB Dunk lows. Ben & Jerry's were.
What flavor though?
Ben & Jerry, bro.
Ben & Jerry. So
So
then my number 2 would be the Jordan 1 Mochas. I love the colorway. I always like winter colors, fall colors, whatever you want to call them. Yeah, my number 1 for 2020 is the 95 Air Max Neon. Those are my favorite 95s. Probably my favorite Air Max of all time. 1995 Air Max Neon. Beautiful shoe, man. That's my favorite.
That's a really nice pick, bro. You can't go wrong with that at all.
That's my picks for this.
Let me share mine with you guys. I like the Union Jordan collab. The black fours that they released, man.
That was on my list.
We took L's on them. The off-white Jordan 5s, the black ones. The Virgil release. The off-white 5s, the white ones, the base ones that just released as well. That would be my 3. The 2 will probably be the SB Dunks Sean Clivers that I got a chance to actually get. And then the SB Dunks Ben & Jerry's. Yeah, those were the dopest sneaker of last year. Just the whole creativity behind them. It's freaking insane.
And then I liked a lot of the off-whites that came out this past year. I think now the 2021, I think we discussed the volts. I think this is the year of the volts. Everything's coming on that bright green type thing. So I'm excited to see what's coming up next. You know, like I said before, I always go for the 11s whenever they come out. So the 25th anniversary, I think there was emotional, not emotional, like a sentimental value to the 11s, just because throughout our history, my history, those are the most comfortable shoes that, or at least I felt like I was flying with those shoes. When we used to do the 3-on-3 back, hoop it up tournaments, I used to wear the 11s, and that was
that's dope. Thank you for sharing that, Juan. Did you want to add to that, Nose, or?
Yeah, so talking about the 11s, right? So everybody, that's universally known as probably the most popular Jordan shoe. Any color scheme that comes out, mid, low, high, right? But what is the most comfortable Jordan basketball shoe to play basketball in, right?
Colorful?
Because a lot of the J's that came out after that, they're not comfortable, man. They hurt. They look good, though.
I think it's because you've gotten older and your foot is more fucked up than it was 20 years ago. So
yeah,
and that's what like right for me on an everyday basis. When I get home, I'll go ahead and put my Crocs on, not the Bad Bunny ones, but I'll put my other Crocs on and I'll walk around with my Crocs on. But yeah.
My wife would have thought that would be a sentence. The bad guy. I'll put on my Bad Bunny Crocs on. Like, no, man.
I'm wearing mine because I think they're fake. I don't know, man, but I only got it to resell them, but they came in a black bag. So I'm assuming they're fake.
Oh man,
I really don't care because I'm not a fan of Crocs.
Yeah.
But I mean, they're comfortable. They feel like Crocs. I've done my touch test at the Croc store in the mall. So I mean, hey, I'm not gonna wear them out and talk. I'm wearing them. I don't give a shit about them. But as far as comfort, when it comes to Jordans, Jordan recently, probably about 10 years ago, started making Jordans with better leather and better materials because they were made with so much cheap shit because of mass production, and they were just throwing them out there and people were buying them. And that shit, I sold 20 pairs of my Jordans because they were hurting my feet. I went from a size 10 to a 10.5 now. I don't know if it's because the shoe changed because of the material or my foot just got fucked up and I go to a bigger size. But Jordans have, pretty much gotten a little bit more comfortable. They're not the most comfortable shoe in the world, depending on which one you're rocking. But if you want comfort, man, there's plenty of shoes, the 2090s, the Air Maxes. You can go from, the ones to 93.
I have a special guest this morning. I'm going to go get her real quick, and I'll be right back.
Okay. Hey, but while you're doing that, it's like you said, Big. The material has gotten better over the years because if you have any of the shoes from back in the day, from like they sit in the closet or they sit anywhere, they're gonna break apart.
They're gonna crumble, yeah.
After so much time, they're gonna break apart. Now they're coming up with using better material to try to preserve them, and hopefully, I can preserve most of the ones I have. I think that's my next plan to invest in and try and preserve. Yeah, but yeah.
14.
Those are one of the ones that hurt my feet because they're so hard.
Jordans that I still own, and I bought these when they got released. What, 9 years ago?
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Those are nice, bro.
Why? Because I can rock my Yankee shit with it, like my Cowboy shit with it.
You ever take Yankees and Cowboys and Saints?
So let me share with you guys what I was able to muster today.
Did you get them in? Oh no. Oh, okay.
Michigan.
The LeBron 8 media days.
Yeah.
Bro, the quality is stupid. If you know, you know. I traded them for the SB dunks that couldn't fit me, that I almost got jacked from.
Yeah. So do they make those in men's sizes?
And anyhow, I got some cash on top of them, and I really wanted those, because I couldn't hit on the sneaker app on them.
Hold on. You know the shoes that you had, they didn't fit you. They were worth like almost a stack. I hope you got your bread right.
So I'm not gonna discuss what I got for them.
Don't discuss that. No, I'm just saying.
I don't think I need to. I just know that, to me, because being a Laker fan and these being a media day sneaker that they only that he only wore for media day, I think that it has some sentimental value to me.
There you go.
Not only that, because Kobe, passed away last year and stuff. So anyhow, that was it for the sneaker topic.
Point, it's more of a sentimental value. It gets to that point, it's more of a sentimental value to the sneakers that you.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna have 100,000 shoes, because I'm never gonna wear all of them. But you really care about, and you think back, this made me feel a certain way, throughout my life.
Yeah.
Those are the ones that I'm gonna.
Exactly, and I'm not a hype beast person. I like what I like, and I've caught a lot of slack from so-called real sneakerheads that only buy hype. Oh, it's worth $12,000. Why don't you know? But it's ugly though.
Yeah.
The scheme horrible. Like, just because it's worth this much don't mean it's a nice shoe.